cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I will be doing a collective message today, so with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support on the channel, the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations. They all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And where did that be? What do we have for the connect today, Spirit? Okay, so we've got the wisdom of nature. Oh, how cool. Oh, I do like that card. Okay, so this is really cool imagery. The wisdom of nature. So what I'm getting from this immediately is getting out into nature, connecting with nature more consciously. Sometimes, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's winter, depending on where you live. Sometimes that can be a little more difficult than, other seasons just because of snow, cold, things like that. But even so, if you can, suit up and go out, even in the snow, and connect with nature, it's still very, very healing. Um, And then we've got other dimensional beings. So maybe you're having experiences right now with beings from other realms. Um, if not, what I'm picking up is that you do have beings around you that are assisting this ascension phase. So you could be going through a major ascension right now. And you've got guides and beings that are assisting this. So if you choose to and if you want to, you can connect with them. And getting out in nature will help you connect with some of these guides a little bit easier as well. Yeah. Okay. What else? And then we've got the astral plane. So where this is one of the realms we go to like when we dream. And then things like astral travel, remote viewing, those kinds of things. That's when you're consciously tapping into the astral realm. So maybe you're kind of playing around with different abilities that you have. Maybe you're being called to play around with these different abilities. Let's see. I feel like there's a message in the guidebook for this one. Um, it says, journey beyond the physical and trust the truths that are revealed. The astral plane is a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. It connects you to higher realms of consciousness where you can access deeper insights and wisdom. This is an invitation to explore beyond the material world and open yourself to spiritual experiences. Your soul knows the way. Trust the process and allow yourself to grow through this ethereal journey. On the astral plane, you may encounter beings, symbols, and messages that guide your journey. Trust in what you see, feel, or sense. This dimension allows you to connect with a higher power and tap into your intuition, creativity, and spiritual growth. The truths revealed here are meant to expand your awareness and deepen your understanding of the universe and your place within it. Unconditional love and non judgment are essential qualities in this space, reflecting the energies of higher dimensions. As you explore, let go of fear or doubt and embrace the guidance that comes through. So maybe for some of you, I feel like you're just kind of starting to consciously play in these spaces. And with that, at first it can be a little disorienting when you're first consciously tapping into these spaces, but just know that you're highly protected and you have the ultimate authority. So if you start encountering things that are kind of freaking you out a little bit, you can put the intention there that only that which is for your highest good is allowed to connect with you. Um, huh. There's also, I just had some confirmation burps going on. So that is confirmation. There is also something with communication that I feel like is coming through a little bit. So maybe you're wanting to communicate about your experiences that you've been having, but there's nobody really that you can think of that you can talk to about this stuff because it's you know, I get that. It's one of those, like, who exactly do you go to? And you're like, "Hey, so when I close my eyes, this is what I see. This is what I hear. These are the experiences I'm having." It can be a little challenging to find people to talk to about these kinds of things. Just know that if that is where you're at right now, do something like journal about it, write it down, kind of get a record. It's fun to go back later and to kind of look at some of these different experiences and then to read kind of like what your perspective was on them. And then, you'll go through another ascension and understand it in a different way. And then, that's kind of like that. Your consciousness evolves each time you go through, some sort of ascension. Okay. So I'm being told to read a little bit out of this one with the nature. Get grounded and find resilience. Okay. So, like the sturdy trunk of a tree, it's time for you to ground yourself firmly in the present moment. Take a moment to connect with the earth beneath your feet, allowing its steady energy to anchor you amid life's storms. Embrace the stillness and bleh. Embrace the stillness and stability that comes from rooting yourself in the here and now. Okay, so got it. Sometimes especially when we first kind of start playing in these spaces, it can be very, very It's kind of that energy of, like, I don't wanna go back to the physical realm sometimes because it feels so good to be in an energy where it's just unconditionally loving and things like that, and then we come back into the physical world and, face hostilities and, things of that nature, and so we kind of it's normal to get to a point on the journey when you're really experiencing these realms of wanting to stay there. And the thing is remember, you came here to be human at this time for a reason, and your soul is, chose to be human right now. And so the recommended thing is to play in these spaces, allow the information to come through, and then ground that energy into the now moment. Ground your energy into the physical realm. And then once you get more used to it, then you'll be able to tap into this space and then bring this energy into the physical realm just easier in multiple different ways, things of that nature. This one. Okay. What else wants to come through? This is really cool. If you feel guided to share, I would love to hear about some of the experiences you're having. So you can definitely let me know in the comments below. If it's something you don't want to comment about, but you would like to share with me, my email is in the description box below. And so feel free to shoot me an email. Um, especially if you're kind of at the point of like, I don't really know what's going on, or if it's just an experience that you want to share with somebody who gets it but you don't really know anybody, like, in your physical realm that you can share this with. You can reach out to me or there's other people out there too that get it. So, just know that there is support on this journey, even in the physical realm. It's just we're kind of plopped randomly all over the world, to help anchor this energy in. So, it's less common to find people that are, completely on the same vibration as you in the physical at all times. It's one of those we'll kind of vibe with some people in the physical and then kind of vibe out. And it just, it's kind of part of this path. Um, so that's where, the global connectivity is really cool now because we can talk to somebody on the other side of the world that is going through similar experiences and just feel that supportive energy, and it doesn't feel so lonely, it doesn't feel so disorienting either, especially, since there's people that have experienced these things and can, kinda guide you a little bit. Um, so just know that. And then we've got your spirit guides. Oh, that looks like a dragon. Oh, man. Mm-mm-mm. The full moon on this card really popped out. So there could have been something. Oh, I just heard activation. So you could have gotten an activation during this last full moon that helped release some of the resistance that you may have been experiencing. And it's allowing you to tap into these other realms more consciously. This is something that we experience. We're multidimensional beings at the soul level. So we experience these other realms and planes and dimensions just naturally. And then when the human is ready for some of this conscious awareness of it, you'll get activations and then you'll start consciously remembering certain things. Oftentimes it starts with the dream world. You'll remember certain things and then, you'll start to do some of this stuff in your conscious waking life. And then it gets to a point sometimes where these realms almost feel more real than the physical realm. Um, so okay. Read it. Got it, got it, got it. Listen to your guides and find clarity on your mission. So, this card brings a powerful message of connection and guidance. It serves as a reminder that you are never alone on your journey. Your spirit guides are always with you, ready to offer wisdom and support. These benevolent beings, who can include ancestors, angels, and other ethereal entities, are here to help you navigate your path, offering their knowledge and protection as you face challenges and make decisions. By tuning into their guidance, you can align with your true purpose and experience a deeper connection to the universe around you. Take a moment to quiet your mind and open your heart to their presence. And then it goes on to talk about how you can like meditate to consciously connect with them, things of that nature. But ultimately, what I'm really getting right now is just know that you are super protected. And when you're experiencing these other realms, you've got a ton of protection around you. So don't fear it. Remember, there's nothing to fear. You are a being that is tapped into the frequency of unconditional love. And when you go to these other realms and you go to these other dimensions, a lot of times that fear vibration just isn't there. It just the fear vibration and the density that we experience on Earth isn't there in some of these other realms. It's just not a part of those realms. That's kind of the exciting and also challenging part of being human is one, we go through the veil of amnesia. Basically, we forget our connection to source, and then we're dealing with these opposing densities in earth, like on earth, and so it can be difficult sometimes to deal with it. But also it's one of those, once you tap into that multidimensional self, that multidimensional aspect of the self, it can be a little easier. I feel like part of what's going on is just to it's one of these, like, enjoy this space, actively go there when you feel called to, know that you've got guidance, know that you're supported, know that you're protected, and also remember that the part of you that chose to be human came here to experience a human experience. So, because there is kind of this part on the path that a lot of us will go through where once we really start seeing what else is there and these other realms and dimensions and experiencing these things, it can get to a point where the human is like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too dense. It's too difficult. It's too challenging. It's, all of that. And then that's where tapping back in, and it did come up, I think, in this one, that soul mission. You came here at this time. You're having these experiences for a reason. You chose to come here and to do this. And now that you're getting some of that awareness, you're just going to keep tapping into that guidance more and more. And once you really start locking in and following that guidance, your experience is going to change completely. Um, so yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay, well, I don't feel like anything else wants to come through right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I just want to acknowledge, like, this is some powerful stuff that you're doing right now. And so, keep on keeping on. keep doing the damn thing. It's you're doing it for a reason. You're having these experiences for a reason. Your soul is pushing you to expand your consciousness for a reason. You're here for a reason. And you chose to be here at this time. You chose to come in with this hardcore soul mission, this part of yourself that never let you settle. It's all for a reason. And you're now on the brink of fully being able to understand it. And really get that clarity of what all of this has been about and why everything in your life has led you to this point. Um, and and the more you go down this journey, the more, I've been on this journey for quite a while now, in Earth years. Like it's been a while. Um, like consciously. I've been aware of a good bit. And even now, like this past year, there have been new insights and new things coming that I never would have guessed when I first, like fully woke up um to what's going on. So, just know that like our soul and spirit in the divine, the universe, God, whatever you term it keeps it exciting even, even when you're consciously aware of things, you'll still get, little divine surprises. You'll be guided down parts of this journey where you're like, I do not understand why I'm walking this path, why we're taking this random detour. And then all of a sudden you get the awareness and the clarity, and it's like, oh wow. I never would have guessed that one. So just know that it keeps it fun and exciting. So yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for real now. So I hope this helps. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. If this resonates, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.